Oh, you really thought you were special, huh? That somehow you were the exception, that they'd betray other people, but not you. Lie to other people, but not you. Use, manipulate, discard other people, but never you. Because you were different, right? You had history, a bond, maybe even love. Surely they couldn't do you dirty like that. Yeah, and look how that turned out. The truth? They played you. Smooth, calculated. They knew exactly what to say, how to act, which strings to pull. And you made it easy. Because you trusted them. Because you gave them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they pretended to care. Maybe they wore a mask so convincing even you believed it. And when the cracks started showing, you brushed them off, told yourself, nah, they wouldn't do that to me. And then they did. They lied. They manipulated. They twisted the truth so well that by the time you figured it out, it was too late. And the worst part? They got away with it. They walked away like nothing happened. Maybe they even laughed about it. Because they knew something you didn't. There's nothing easier than fooling someone who wants to believe the lie. But hey, let's be real. The first time, that was on them. But a second time, that's on you. But wait, let's not pretend this came out of nowhere. See, betrayal doesn't happen in one grand dramatic moment, like in the movies. No villain monologue, no sudden lightning strike. Nah, it happens in pieces. Small, quiet moments you ignored. The half-truths that didn't quite sit right. The apologies that felt a little too rehearsed. The way they twisted things just enough to make you question yourself. But you let it slide, didn't you? Because they didn't mean it like that. Because it was just a misunderstanding. Because they've been going through a lot lately. Yeah, keep those excuses coming. They love it when you do their dirty work for them. The truth? You saw the red flags. You just hoped they were carnival decorations. You felt the shift, the unease creeping in. But instead of calling it what it was, you played pretend. They wouldn't do that to me. They care about me. They're just having a bad day. Sound familiar? They tested the waters and you let them. A small lie here, a broken promise there, just little enough to make you doubt yourself, but not enough to make you walk away. And that was the real setup. Because betrayal doesn't just hurt, it humiliates. Not just because they did it, but because deep down, you knew they would. And now you're left wondering if it was ever real at all. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But don't worry, they're not done yet. Because people like that, they always come back for more. And just like that, the cycle begins. See, betrayal isn't a one-time event for people like them. It's a habit, a well-practiced routine. Lieutenant, manipulate, get caught, fake remorse, reset, repeat. And guess what? You're the perfect test subject. Because the first time they got away with it, you taught them something. You didn't slam the door. You didn't burn the bridge. Maybe you got mad. Maybe you called them out. But at the end of the day, you let them stay. And that was all the permission they needed. Now, watch how easy it is for them. They know exactly what to say, exactly how to act. The crocodile tears, the self-pity, the "I swear I didn't mean to hurt you" speech. Oh, and let's not forget the classic, "You're overreacting." Yeah, they've got this down to a science. Because here's the thing about people who betray you once. They're not sorry they did it. They're just sorry you noticed. So what do? They play the long game. They butter you up, act right for a while, make you feel like maybe, just maybe, you overreacted. And right when you start to trust again, boom, another lie, another stab in the back, another round of "I didn't mean it" nonsense. And you're back to square one. Because here's the ugly truth. The betrayal wasn't the real problem. The real problem was thinking it wouldn't happen again. And if you're still holding out hope that this time is different, brace yourself. Because they're just getting started. Let me guess. You thought this time would be different. You saw the signs. You felt the déjà vu. But something in you wanted to believe they'd finally learned. That maybe the guilt hit them hard enough. That maybe they'd wake up and realize what they had in you. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Because people don't change just because you want them to. They change when they lose something they can't replace. And since you were still there, still hoping, still forgiving, why would they stop? You handed them the cheat code. They knew exactly how much they could get away with. A few tears, a half-assed apology, boom, reset button pressed. So, they kept playing. Because you let them. And don't take this the wrong way. It's not about being weak. It's not about being naive. It's about caring too much about people who don't deserve it. See, that's your real mistake. Not trusting them the first time. That's human. Not cutting them off the second time? That's on you. Because the hard truth, the person who lies to you once will do it again. The person who uses you once will do it again. The person who betrayed you once, oh, they're definitely doing it again. Not because they're incapable of change, but because they have zero reason to. Why would they stop taking advantage of you if you keep handing them chances? They don't feel guilt. They don't feel shame. They only feel entitled. Entitled to your time, your kindness, your forgiveness. And the longer you let them stay, the more they believe they own those things. So, the real question isn't why do they keep doing this to me? It's why are you still letting them? Oh, so now you're wondering, did they ever actually care about me? Let me save you the heartbreak. No, they cared about what they could get from you. See, people like this don't form real connections. They collect assets. And you were a damn good one. You gave them loyalty they never earned, patience they never deserved, chances they never should have gotten. And they knew it. They knew you were the type to stick around, to see the best in them, to rationalize their bullshit. So, they played nice. Not because they valued you, but because they feared losing control over you. They called it love. But real love doesn't require manipulation. Real love doesn't play mind games. What they had for you? It was ownership. They wanted access to your loyalty without having to earn it. They wanted your energy without having to match it. They wanted your forgiveness on an unlimited plan. And the moment they felt you slipping away, they did what manipulators do best. They reeled you back in. A sweet word here, a fake epiphany there, a promise they had no intention of keeping. And you wanted to believe it. Because the alternative? Admitting you wasted your time on someone who never truly cared. But let's call it what it is. They never respected you. They only feared losing the control they had over you. Because now they see the shift. Now they feel the difference. And for the first time, they're the ones panicking. And there it is. The moment they realize they played themselves. At first, they were so sure of themselves. They thought you'd stay in your place, that you'd always be waiting, always forgiving, always theirs to manipulate. But now they're scrambling. See, they assumed their absence would break you, but instead, it built you. Now you're standing taller, talking sharper, moving smarter, and it's killing them. Because this version of you, they don't recognize it. They don't control it. And worst of all, they don't have access to it. Oh, now they notice you. Now they're watching. Now they're replaying every decision that led to this moment, where they're on the outside, looking in. And trust me, it's hilarious to watch. Because the same people who mocked you for caring too much, now they miss that care. The same people who laughed when you struggled, now they choke on the sight of you thriving. The same people who expected you to chase them, now they hesitate to reach out. Because deep down, they know the answer. It's too late. See, they thought they could treat you like an option and still have a reserved seat in your life. They thought they could test your limits and you'd never walk away. They thought they could replace you. But the problem is, you weren't just a presence. You were an experience. And now, they're stuck in regret, stuck in nostalgia, stuck wishing they hadn't been so damn arrogant. But what's done is done. Because the new you, the one who finally sees through their bullshit, that version of you wouldn't take them back even if they begged. Now they need you? How convenient. Now they're testing the waters, liking old posts, sending those, "Hey, how have you been?" messages, acting like they accidentally stumbled back into your life. Please, you know exactly what this is. This isn't nostalgia. This isn't, "I miss you." This is regret wearing a cheap disguise. Because they swore they could replace you. Thought they could just swap you out like a spare part. But the problem, no one else was you. No one else matched your energy. No one else brought the loyalty, the depth, the realness you did. And now, they feel the void. The people they surrounded themselves with, surface level. The connections they chose over you, empty. The validation they chased, temporary. And reality is hitting them like a brick wall. They thought you'd always be an option. That no matter what they did, you'd still be there. That they could ghost you, betray you, write you off. and you'd still be waiting like some loyal little fool. But look at you now, unbothered, thriving, living your best life without them. And that's driving them insane, because they used to be so sure of their place in your life. They thought they had you wrapped around their finger. They thought they could always come back. But you're not that person anymore. They reach out, but the energy isn't the same. They test the waters, but you're ice cold. They want back in, but the door bolted shut. And that's the cruelest twist of all, isn't it? Not that they lost you, but that they lost someone they'll never get back. I was never the one who needed them. They just needed me to believe I did. And now comes the best part. The part they never saw coming. You didn't argue. You didn't beg. You didn't write some dramatic speech about how they hurt you. Nah, you just disappeared. And in that silence, you built. No public announcements, no warnings, no explanations, just quiet, relentless progress. And now they have to sit back and watch you win, watch you thrive, watch you become everything they swore you'd never be. Oh, how the tables turn. Because let's be honest, they were expecting your downfall. They thought losing them would break you. They imagined you curled up, replaying memories, regretting everything. But instead, you leveled up. And that stings more than any revenge you could have planned. Because your success is something they can't escape. It's everywhere. In your glow, in your confidence, in the way you carry yourself, like someone who knows their worth now. And the worst part for them, they can't do a damn thing about it. They can't discredit you. They can't pretend they don't notice. They can't reach out without looking desperate. They just have to sit there, watching, regretting, realizing. Their punishment was never your anger. It was your absence. They lost access to the person who once would have done anything for them. And now they have to live with the fact that they'll never matter to you again. At first, they tried to ignore it, tried to act like they didn't care. Oh, they'll be back. That glow-up is temporary. They're just putting on a show. Denial, the first stage of regret. But then, they start hearing your name in places they never expected. Your success whispers through mutual connections. Your achievements show up in conversations they're not a part of. And suddenly, you're everywhere. That's when the panic sets in. Because it's no longer just about missing you. It's about knowing they got left behind. They see it now. You were never the one in need. They were. They needed your energy, your loyalty, your belief in them. And the second you pulled away, their world got a little colder, a little emptier. They tried to replace you, but no one feels the same. No one matches your presence, your depth, your fire. And now they're stuck in a reality where you outgrew them. Because that's the truth, isn't it? They thought they were leaving you behind. Thought they were moving on to something better. Thought they had the upper hand. But in reality, you surpassed them. And that eats them alive. Because they can't undo it. They can't rewrite history. They can't erase the fact that they lost someone they'll never get back. And you don't even think about them anymore. That's the real win. Not just that you moved on, but that they don't even exist in your world anymore. Your success isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. Because at the end of the day, it was never about them. It was about you. You chose to rise. You chose to evolve. You chose to turn their betrayal into fuel. And now they get to live with the weight of knowing. They wrote you off, but they didn't know the story was just beginning.